let's touch
Hara.
let's touch on the pro game, and let's get to the news here, something we have not been able to get to yet. We've talked about things like this happening before, where a coach goes over to play an international game, and they don't let him on the plane. They fire him and don't let him on the plane. Well, something similar may have happened in New England. Tom Curran of NBC Sports Boston reported that Bill Belichick was told on the plane after they lost to the Colts in Germany that he will not be returning as the head coach in New England. Your thoughts on the story here?
I mean, I've talked about it for weeks. It's something we've talked about on my show with Boomer Esiason as well, Siren. The point is, this has been pretty well known. It's not a firing. It's both sides knowing it's over. Mm-hmm. Do I think Belichick coaches next year? Absolutely. Do I think Mike Vrabel will be the Patriots coach? Yup. But it's been over. And it has to be over. This thing has absolutely run its course. Rico?
No, I think we all saw that. It was over, in my opinion, about 3 years ago when he was trying to show it wasn't Brady, it was me. And I was willing to give him a shot to say, okay, prove your worth. Brady won a Super Bowl. You've been going down each year. It's been getting worse, worse, and worse. Yeah, it was a great run, but now the longer you stay, the more it's when athletes stay around too long. And then you remember it's Emmitt Smith as a Cardinal. It's Jerry Rice as a Seahawk. Like, no. You got to let some things go. Let us remember the greatness, and this is about a year and a half too late, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Jerry Rice, when the cornrows started at his earlobes.
You mean at the top of his head?
That's right.
What's also attached to the story is that the belief is Bill Belichick will go to the Chargers.
No. Bill, you just need to hang it up. You got nothing left in the tank. The game may have passed you by.
He's coaching, Rico. I agree with everything you're saying. I'd be on the beach and relaxing, but he's going to coach.
I know, because
you're right.
He's too stubborn because he wants to show I'm leaving on my own terms. No, you're not. You're just going to leave. Don't make us throw you out. Don't make us call the bouncer.
Well,
you know what? Go get the security guy from Philly and have him escort Bill out the building.
Wow. Well, while I am on the international game, let me give you the news from the NFL. The NFL owners approved a game in Brazil for 2024, and starting in 2025, there will be 9 international games for the NFL. Your thoughts?
I hate it. I just don't need it. I don't need football at 9 a.m. I understand I'm an old man yelling at clouds, but they're going to keep doing it. Why? Because it makes money. That's the long and short of it.
They are, and the more exotic locations. I saw somebody had something, Mike, on social media, and it broke down how the Brazil game could, because it's the NFC home game, could actually be a Lions game. Because if the Lions stay in first and the Dolphins stay in first, they're going to play each other next year, and the Dolphins actually have media rights in Brazil. So they were like, hey, 2 and 2 together, Lions playing at home against the Dolphins, they could move that game to Brazil. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I just thought, if you're a Lions fan, you know what? That may be a game that you want to save up and go to. Go take over Brazil.
Well, I'm glad you brought up the Dolphins. That's a great segue to the next question I have
I'm here for you, David.
The Miami Dolphins lost on Monday night to the Tennessee Titans. They are now the 2nd seed. They were fighting for the 1st seed. I guess they're still technically fighting for the 1st seed. But if they don't get the 1st seed, did they blow their chance with that loss of making the Super Bowl?
Yes, they do, because that means that they're going to have to go and play in some cold weather somewhere. Even if it's Baltimore, wherever it is, historically speaking, not a great cold weather team. So, yeah, they need to play every game in sunny Miami at South Beach in order to make it to the Super Bowl. So, yeah, if they have to play in 30-degree weather, I'm taking whoever they are playing. If it's your Steelers, David, I'm taking your Steelers.
Fellas, is it wrong? I've always viewed Miami like a dome team.
No.
Like the Saints with Breeze or Colts with Manning. I'm with Rico. Like, part of Dan Marino's failings, you were never going to go in the playoffs and go on the road to places like Cincinnati, the Jets, etc. You're not winning. You got to have those games there. I'm in complete agreement with Rico.
And so let me touch on this because I wanted to throw this out because I think this is the ultimate petty move here. The Titans are set to play the Texans on Sunday, and they will wear the Oiler throwbacks against the Texans on Sunday. Is that a petty move? Because
Yes.
all the fans are going to be watching it like,
it.
wow.
Yeah, I've said it for a long time. I don't understand how you don't come to a financial agreement on licensing, profit share, and the Houston Texans just become the Houston Oilers again. Like, come on. There's no oil in Tennessee. What are we doing? Stop.
Because, Mike, that's not how it works in professional sports, because show me one jazz club in Utah.
Excuse me, Mormons love jazz.
Sure they do.
Okay. The Mormon Tabernacle Choir. Yeah.
So, guys,
Featuring Boney James.
I want your opinion on this. Drake May declared for the NFL draft. So going into the draft with the expectation that you have Drake May, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Michael Penix Jr., what is your list? Listing those quarterbacks in order.
Oh, I mean, Drake May to me is 1A to Caleb Williams 1. 6'4", 225, prototypical. He can move, but he's a pocket passer. Great arm. I think he played on a team, much like Caleb, did not have any help this year. Tons of offensive line issues. If I had the number 2 pick, Drake May is a no-brainer selection. I think it's Caleb and Drake May above all. And then you have a pecking order. For me, not Rico.
I mean, I like Drake May. Caleb is somebody, he's going to need a coach that's going to really have to reel him in and get disciplined, because a lot of his throws were he got lucky at USC playing a lot of bad teams. It was like, well, it was a touchdown. Like, that was a horrible throw. He never should have thrown it. He should have just threw it away, took the sack, did whatever. He's got a little too much gunslinger in him that if he goes to a bad team, a la Bryce Young, he's going to look horrible. I'm trying to think. Who was the other quarterbacks?
You have May, Williams, Jaden Daniels, Nix, and Penix.
I think Jaden Daniels probably at number 3. I like Penix, but, he stands in the pocket, but he can move. But I think because he had so many receivers, people forget he's mobile enough that on a 3rd and 8, he could pick up 9 yards. He's not going to pick up 20, but he can pick up 9 and get that first down.
So we go from young quarterbacks, and we'll close it out with this, an old quarterback. But let me let you know what this old quarterback was doing a month ago. He was talking and auditioning for ESPN and Inside the NFL. That quarterback is Joe Flacco, who has signed on for the rest of the year and will be the starting quarterback in Cleveland. They are currently the 5th seed. Is this 38-year-old Flacco going to take them to the playoffs?
I'll take it a step further. Yes, they're going to the playoffs. Guys, I might be crazy. I think they can win a playoff game.
Oh, wow.
That defense is nothing. I know, but that defense is nothing to play with, and matchups are everything. Mm-hmm. If they end up facing a debilitated, bad O-line in the team they just played, like Jacksonville, first round, I'm taking Cleveland.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, because if Flacco can score, you get 17 points on the board with the defense, it'll be an ugly game, but you get the victory. You move on to the next round. I'm with you, Mike. Yeah, it's. I guess it's one of those fairy tale stories, but hey, one more, David. I got to give this man his flowers because he said that this would happen. Mike, congratulations. You were right. Joshua Dobbs is now the 3rd-string quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. Nick Mullen is the starter, and the rookie, Jaron Hall, is the new backup.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, it was a nice story, but like, Rico, you saw it. If the first guy wasn't open, he's like, what do I do? Run. Teams just figured it out real quick.
No, they did. So I just want to let Michael was right.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
Tremendous.
And that is in football today.